Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today is a little bit different than our usual fare here at Essential Life. All the new Apple products are out today. The new MacBook Air, Mac Mini, and iPad Pro. I'm here at my local mall, Washington Square Mall, to check out all the latest goodies in the Apple Store. Let's check it out. Alright, so the Apple Store was fun. Got to try out all the new products. The Mac Mini, well, there's not much to try out there, but I got to take a look at it. Got to check out the MacBook Air, and most importantly, the iPad Pros. 12.9 inch, 11 inch, which is a new size entirely. So some thoughts, some impressions. Let's start with the MacBook Air. I know I'm going to offend some Mac purists that are really excited about the idea that there's a new Air out, but for me, the MacBook Air is just meh. It's just a meh type of product. It's way better than the 12-inch MacBook, definitely better than that product. I don't see much future for the 12-inch MacBook, to be honest. You could actually see all the different laptops arrayed in the Apple Store, from the 12-inch MacBook to the 13-inch MacBook Air, 13-inch MacBook Pro, 15-inch MacBook Pro. I don't know what the 12-inch MacBook's for anymore. But the Air, I don't see myself ever buying it. It doesn't really excite me as a product. I think if you want to get a lot out of your Mac, if you want a Mac laptop that you can, really push in a lot of different ways, you just want to get a MacBook Pro. The MacBook Pro line is far more compelling in my opinion. In the past, the Air, the main selling point for the MacBook Air was its portability as well as its price. It was lower priced than the MacBook Pros, and it was extremely portable. But the new Air is pricier, and it's hardly any more portable than the MacBook Pros, because the MacBook Pro line has gotten increasingly portable over the last few years. So, it's no fault of Apple here. I feel like they've delivered the product people wanted. People were saying they wanted a new MacBook Air with a Retina display and with better internals and newer ports and so forth, USB-C ports. So that's what they got. That's what Apple has delivered on. I feel like it's a product that would have been cool several years ago, but at this point the question is, why do we really need this anymore? And I'll get back to this a little bit more once I get into the iPad Pro discussion. So meh on MacBook Air, but Mac Mini. I'm in love with the Mac Mini as a concept, always have been. For me, it kind of follows a design philosophy from the original Next Cube. This was before Apple bought Next. And then we got the Power Mac G4 Cube, which was a really fascinating but short-lived product. And then the Mac Mini came out. And originally it was pitched as a beginner Mac, but at this point it's really become clear that it's found its niche as sort of a Mac Pro Mini. You have this little box that has a bunch of ports, has really beefed up internals, so you can use it in all kinds of scenarios where you just need a little Mac box to do all kinds of different computing tasks. So it's really for power users, it's for pros. They could have literally labeled it a Mac Pro Mini or a Mac Mini Pro, and that would have made sense. It's even space gray now, which apparently is the Pro color. So I think this is a cool product. The fact that it's a bit more expensive, the base model of Mac Mini, it doesn't surprise me at all, because again, this is for power users. This is not a beginner Mac. A little bit of a fun fact, a number of years ago, I actually had a Mac Mini that I used as a portable computer. I literally would turn it off, unplug everything, and take it to my office and use it there, and then I'd unplug everything and bring it back home and use it there. And so I'd lug it back and forth between my work and my office. And I tried using that basically as my portable machine. So I'd use my iPad for real mobile computing tasks, and then my Mac Mini was sort of a portable Mac. That situation didn't last terribly long. I ended up getting a Mac laptop. But I can definitely see a future scenario where my iPad Pro is just my always with me go-to mobile computer. And then I have a big beefy iMac on my desk, or possibly a Mac Mini in the future. So I think Mac desktops for me are where I get really excited about Macs, and I sort of begrudgingly use Mac laptops. Because the iPad Pro is really the wave of the future, in my opinion, when it comes to portable computers. So let's get into that, shall we? Yes, I got a chance to try out the new iPad Pros, the 11-inch, the 12.9-inch, and they are so good. These are just fantastic machines, so good. Talking about the size and weight, the 11-inch surprised me actually, because the screen feels really roomy. It really feels like a display you can kind of just fall into. It's very immersive, so that surprised me. I definitely feel like the 11-inch is a sweet spot, just like the 10.5-inch was previously. It feels like this new sweet spot between a large display and really great portability. The size and the weight physically were really nice. It feels good in the hand. I feel like you can hold it one-handed without too much hand strain. It's just fabulous to have an iPad form factor that is this portable, and yet you can just melt into this big, gorgeous display. I love it. And of course, the new edge-to-edge design with the rounded corners just makes this immersive feel all the better. Now, the new 12.9-inch form factor, where it's the same size screen, but the physical size of the machine is a little bit smaller because they have less of the bezels around. It wasn't quite as impressive to me as I was expecting from early reviews. I was expecting something that felt a lot lighter and less bulkier, and it's definitely lighter and less bulky, but it's still a pretty massive machine to hold. I wouldn't recommend holding it one-handed. You really kind of need to grip with both hands, or you'll have hand fatigue. So the 12.9-inch, you're definitely sacrificing a little bit of mobility to get that huge display. But oh my gosh, that display. I mean, again, it's so big, it's so immersive. You feel like you're just falling into this huge, gorgeous display. If you don't mind that little bit of mobility sacrifice, the 12.9-inch is just a wonderful form factor. Now, that's the one I plan to get personally. I think Apple's just really nailed it this time around. Let's talk about the new Apple Pencil 2. So it's an all-new design. The Pencil is just a single unified object. There's no cap, there's nothing to disconnect, there's no plug. It's just this new Apple Pencil that snaps right onto the side of the iPad Pro, or the top, depending on how you have it oriented. And it's just amazing. That magnetic snap-on kind of sensation is fantastic. I'm just very impressed with the level of improvement that the new Apple Pencil 2 has over the Apple Pencil 1. Basically, my Apple Pencil first generation I have with my iPad Pro 9.7, it feels so old to me now. Like, I just don't even want to use it. I want that Apple Pencil 2 so bad. The double tap gesture to change tools, like to go to Eraser, for instance, takes a little bit of getting used to. I didn't quite get it right every time I was trying it. So hopefully, in use that becomes less of an issue. But it was definitely a little bit challenging for me at first. The Smart Keyboard Folio, that's an all-new design, was pretty impressive. It's a wraparound. It doesn't add a lot of bulk to the iPad, but it's really nice just to have that kind of iPad sandwich where you have the folio wrap around. And the keyboard does feel, the actual keys themselves feels much like the previous Smart Keyboard. But generally the new folio design I was really impressed with. I think this is a really good step up from the previous design. And I definitely can see myself using this. To date, I've used a Logitech keyboard on my iPad Pro 9.7. It was one of the kinds that uses the Smart Keyboard connector of that generation. So I'm interested to see if Logitech comes out with a new generation keyboard that uses the new Smart Connector on these iPad Pros. But in lieu of that, the Smart Keyboard Folio is definitely something I can see myself using and enjoying. The way you can also change the folio positioning so the iPad is standing at different angles is really interesting. The TV stand mode really works. The iPad is almost vertical. So if you put it in that stand mode and have it on a table in front of you, or a desk, or on a kitchen counter, for instance, and you can watch a video that way, that's really a compelling solution. I was surprised by how much I like the silver. I've generally been a space gray guy with all of Apple's products in recent memory, but with these new iPad Pros, I just really like the silver. The silver kind of evokes a design language of the original 2010 iPad. It has this kind of high-end industrial tool feel to it that I really appreciate. So I love the silver. I probably will get silver rather than space gray, which surprises the heck out of me. But there you go. So the new iPad Pro is definitely a lust object. There's no doubt about it. This is probably the best portable computer Apple has ever made, bar none. I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. Great design. It's gorgeous. The internals, without getting too much in all the specs and so forth, this thing is going to scream. It's going to be really fast. Geekbench benchmarks basically put the iPad Pro in MacBook Pro territory, which is just crazy to me. So these computers are beautiful. They work great. They feel great in the hand. Coming back to this question of why would you buy a MacBook Air, or in some respects even a MacBook Pro if you can get an iPad Pro? Really, why would you? So that kind of just comes down to software at this point. Mac OS versus iOS. If you want the iOS experience, if you know how to work within that environment, there's no question you should get an iPad Pro and make that your primary mobile device. There's just no question. But if you still need Mac OS, if there are still tasks that you are confident you can only get done on the Mac, for me as a web developer, I know that I just can't do certain things without having a Mac with me. I need to be able to drop into the terminal. I need to be able to run background software like databases and web servers and things like that. So I need a Mac with me. I'm kind of stuck with a Mac laptop, basically. But I really wish I could use an iPad Pro for everything. I wish I could just have that be the only device I take with me everywhere. Because the iPad Pro is such a compelling product at this point. There's so much about it that's just really cutting edge. There's literally nothing out there like this by any other company, and even within Apple. But in summary, the new iPad Pros are fantastic. I can't wait to pick up my 12.9 inch. I'll do a more detailed review of it at that time. And in the meantime, I suggest you check out all the new products in the Apple Store and let me know. So drop down in the comments, let me know what you think about these new products, let me know your impressions. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you later. Bye.